Hi, my name is Floortje Lopes and you are watching LeaderBrand TV, where everything comes together about branding, business and mindset for you to be able to build that successful, powerful, profitable brand that makes a major impact. Today is all about one of my favorite questions, and that is why you should want to build a brand that is bigger than yourself, so you will not create a brand that will feel like a prison 1, 2, 3 years from now, and that is a brand that will truly empower you and support you to realize your full potential as an entrepreneur and with your business and your brand. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why you want to build that brand that is bigger than you. And I understand, because I've been through this process with many entrepreneurs, and it's one of the scariest things ever to create something that is bigger than you, that you might not even see right now, or that you cannot imagine right now. And that is exactly step number 1, or reason number 1. Because if you are building your brand from the place and the position where you are right now, with the products that you have right now or the services that you have right now, but also what you think is possible right now, then in a few years you will see that your brand is not supporting you anymore. And that is because if you're building your brand today, you are not capable, and it's not in a bad way, but you are not capable of seeing the full potential of you and your brand, because it's something that is actually in your blind spot. And it's something that sometimes we forget, but as human beings, we actually just use about like 10-20% of our full capacity. And there are things that we know, like I know that I know branding. And probably you know that you know what you're good at. I know what I'm not good at. So I also know that I don't speak Chinese, or that my English has this crazy Dutch accent. So that is what I know that I don't know, or that I know that I'm not very good at. But 80% is actually what I don't know that I don't know. And I could say that means that I don't know myself well enough, or you don't know yourself well enough. I like to turn it into a bit more positive, and that means that there is still 80% for you to discover as being your hidden potential, or whatever is still available, but you're just not aware that it is available for you. So if you are building your brand today from whatever you know and from what you don't know, still at 80% of that you don't know that you don't know, you don't use it in your brand. And that's why I want to help people, and I always tell people, you don't need to work hard. You don't need to force yourself in creating a brand, because it's already there. It's already in you, but you need someone that can help you unleash and unwrap that brand that is already in you, and then from there build your brand that is bigger than you. So that once you start building your brand and growing as an entrepreneur and as a human being, because you will, it is one big journey of growth, you will not find yourself trapped in your brand and feel like you cannot move, or more that your brand feels like this weight of pulling you down while you actually want to move up. So that's why I want you to build a brand that's bigger than you and go beyond whatever you think is available for you and your brand right now. That is tip or reason number 1. The second reason is that whenever you build a brand that is dependent on you and not inspired by you, it means that you are actually the only one that can execute whatever you are offering. This means that once you're growing, there is a limit to how far you can go. So if you have a brand that is completely dependent on you, on your story, on your time, on your efforts, on your capacity, it means that at one moment in time, there is a limit to what you can do and what you can achieve with your brand and your business. But if you look already now, today, how you can create something that is bigger than you, then you can, after a while, because maybe in the beginning you need to do the work. That's okay. But when you prepare your brand already, that you can step out at one point, then it means that other people can take over whatever you are offering, and you're not the only one that can offer your product or your service, or you are the only one that works in your business. So people are not people are not buying you. You are selling your value, not your time. So people are buying whatever your ideas are, or your value, and not necessarily your time. So if you build a brand that is bigger than you, you are not limited to where you can grow and what you can do with your brand. The third point, and that is also a very important one, and maybe that's more like a future one, and maybe you don't even want to think about it right now, is it can be after a few years that you think, you know what, I don't want to continue. You know, there are so many other things that I would like to do. This is not fulfilling anymore, or I lost my passion or my interest in this field of business. That is great. I mean, that is up to you. But you don't want to come to the point that you want to stop your business and then have a business that is dependent on you. So when you stop, all your income stops as well. So what you want is create a business that is bigger than you and prepare it just in case you ever want to stop, to be able to sell it. Because then you still make money. So don't create your brand or your business to run it. Create your brand and business with the idea to one day maybe sell it. And that is where you become a real business owner and not someone that is actually just working in your business. So that's why I think it's very important for you to create a brand and business that is bigger than only you. And for you to really, be an entrepreneur out of freedom and not have a brand that is holding you back after a few years, or actually is imprisoning you, and not being able for you to really fulfill and also discover your full potential. Last thing I want to share about this, and in branding, consistency is also very important. If you are creating this brand, how you see it today, and only how you see it today, and what you think is possible or available for you, it will be that in a few years from now, you need to change your brand. And it can be that you evolved, or you've grown, or you've evolved as a person and an entrepreneur so much that your brand is not relevant anymore for you. And what you then get is you need to change. And in a few years from now, you need to change again. And then the whole idea of being a consistent and trustworthy and credible brand is gone. So you want to have that consistent brand. So what I want to encourage people to do is to create a brand that will go for 5 to 10 years, and of course innovate and change here and there because the market is changing, but don't turn your whole brand upside down. You don't need to do that. So I always encourage people to create a brand that's bigger than them, and then even if it's a bit scary, but get that brand to be like here, and then you're still here, but your brand is appealing, it's energizing, it's motivating, so you can grow as an entrepreneur towards that bigger picture that we have for you as an entrepreneur and for your brand. And then when you reach that and you keep growing, you actually keep moving and your brand can still follow. So then your brand is not holding you back or slowing you down. It's actually in its organic process of growth. It is just moving with you. And that is what you want, that your brand is supporting you to create that business that you deserve, and also that business that you can help so many different people with. So again, create a brand that is bigger than you and trust the process, and also trust you that you have way more that you're capable of than what you think today.